I'm Deshay, the oldest sibling.
And I'm Sage, the middle sibling. We need like a we need one of those.
Yeah. Mhm. Mhm.
Like a station wagon?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Oh.
Oh, like
Oh, okay. I
it's an
know what you
RV.
mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a van? Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
hmm
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely. I don't care about any of the specs in here, just play the horn. Ex- exactly.
Oh God.
I would love one of those though. That's like the dream is to get like a trailer and a piece of land and yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. hmm Like can we do it? And that's not what I asked you. I s
Yeah.
yeah, I saw this.
And it's
That's very true.
not $1 million? Yeah.
Yeah. I saw a TikTok the other day, and this guy was like, people keep getting mad because they're looking for farmland, but they're looking on Zillow, and you're buying a full farm on Zillow. Like, you need to look for just
Mhm.
land. And I'm like,
Yeah.
that makes a lot more sense. I never thought
Mhm.
about it like that. hmm
Yeah.
Yeah. hmm
Mhm.
hmm Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then we can make a haunted house.
Yeah.
hmm
You just put an Airbnb out there.
Yeah. It sounds like a solid plan to me. hmm
Mhm.
Nope. Yeah.
Mhm.
That place is so good. I'm glad that we
Mhm.
decided on that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Dad enjoyed it too.
hmm We went
Oh,
somewhere called
but
Lazy Dog, and it was
yeah. Not Lost
Not
Dog.
Lost Dog.
Lazy Dog.
That's the band that I listen to. I get them confused.
So we were in the car on the way home, and Deegan's like, "Mom, I can't feel my other band." He's like, "I feel this one, but I can't feel the other one." And I was like, "What?" So we're at a stoplight, and I turn around and look, and sure enough, one of them had fallen out. And I'm assuming, and I didn't even think about it when I let him have it, that bacon was like
Yes.
candy bacon, so it was chewy. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
of course, that's what did it. So now he was supposed to get those out on the like later this week. So I'm gonna call him tomorrow and see. Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
like Thursday, maybe Thursday. Yeah, so that was fun.
Kids and
This is why I
I
don't
know.
have kids.
I know things like between surgeries and braces and all this stuff. I was like,
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah.
Yeah, it's outrageous. They're the best. Yeah.
Especially when they all get together.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Exactly. Give me your iPad. Hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
sit down.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start talking like that though, like just saying exactly what's on your mind. I'm bored.
Yeah.
In the middle of dinner, just stand up. I'm bored and leave. That's amazing. Exactly. Yeah. Just narrate everything. I
You're
still have the
boring me.
picture from Disney of Sammy when he was like having that freak out, and then Matt gave him his phone,
Yeah.
and he just lays on the floor and has his phone. He's in the middle. We're in the middle of a restaurant, and he's on the floor under a chair with a phone, and he's like laying on his stomach. It's so funny.
Listen,
So funny.
Disney will do that to you, man.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Mm. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. This is supposed to be fun, Storm.
Yeah.
And you could
Mm-hmm.
have like almost a week at every park, and you could actually see everything.
Yeah. And
That'd
you
be
can add in
awesome.
Universal.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Hmm.
Oh,
Yep.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. Yep.
Right. I should probably start playing the lottery to be able to win.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
hmm I, I don't
Yeah,
either.
I don't
No.
either.
Every time I'm in the gas station, people are like, "Oh, this on this, and the extra pick," and I'm like, "Sure." Mm-hmm. I have no idea
Mm-hmm.
what these people are talking about. Hmm.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm sure, like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure if you go to the gas station and be like, "Listen, I don't know how to do this," and they'll help you out. I'm sure they would.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. You show them your ID. I'm 35 years old, but I don't know how to do this. Also, don't tell anybody. If you saw me here, no, you didn't.
No, you didn't. Mm-hmm.
Mm, mhm. Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I deleted my Facebook for a reason.
Right.
Yeah. Where's the iPad? I'm bored. Sorry. My cat's going crazy. I
Mm-hmm.
At this point, who knows? Who knows?
Mm.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Her in particular.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
We're
Was that
getting a
the last
divorce.
straw, or did it just happen? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah. Hmm. Just to do it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Hmm.
Mm.
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 Mm-mm.
Y'all. Yeah.
Oh. Hmm.
How lucrative is skydiving? Like, how is it? It has to be a lot for him to be able to take care of another
Mm-hmm.
person too.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No.
Maybe it was his business,
Mm.
you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. 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 Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. We're just not great at this. I do the exact same thing. The exact same
Uh-huh.
thing.
Oh.
That's wild. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Hmm.
Dang. Hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Before.
Mm.
Hmm. Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Gosh.
Damn, girl.
Okay. Ooh.
Hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Right.
So they have the businesses just taken way
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Damn. Hmm.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
this is like a really upscale she lived
Mm-hmm.
in. It surrounded a golf course, a gated
Mm-hmm.
community.
Mm-hmm.
Bougie.
Yeah.
So her also lived in the community, and Norma is 86 years
Okay.
Interesting.
old. So, yeah. I'm making nervous because I'm nervous laughing
A
right
Yes,
little
now.
bit.
I kind of see what's happening.
she had been, so Alice had been calling Norma. I guess they talked quite frequently, but Norma wasn't picking up. So she was like,
Hmm.
"This is weird. Norma usually always answers. Let me just run by and check on her."
Mm-hmm.
So she goes to check on her. She knocks on the door, and the door just swings right open. She's like,
Mm.
"Weird, not good."
Hmm.
She looks on the counter. Her pill box is sitting on the counter, and her purse is right there. So obviously she didn't leave because she would have, you know, taken her purse. Why are her
Mm-hmm.
pills
Yeah.
still sitting out here? What's going on? She's walking down the hallway. She comes across the first bedroom, and there's purses just like on the floor, like a whole bunch of them,
Hmm.
just all over the floor. So she walks upstairs, which I'm like, first of all, she's 86 years old.
Right.
Why is she walking up and downstairs?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That's very dangerous.
Yeah.
Anyway, so she walks upstairs, and she finds Norma in her recliner in front of the TV. She had been stabbed in the chest and in the neck,
Oh.
Hmm.
and the one in the neck almost decapitated her.
Jeez.
Mm-mm.
When the police arrived, they were able to find a size 6 Nike shoe print in the kitchen. The phone cord had been disconnected. They had taken fingerprints, and when they went to move her body, they found that she had been stabbed way more times than what they thought. She way overkill.
Oh no.
Nothing really seemed to be stolen, which was odd.
Mhm.
And everything, so they could tell that things had been like rummaged through, because the
Mhm.
purses were on the floor, but
Mhm.
nothing was taken. And there was no defensive wound, and like nobody broke into the house.
Right.
So whoever it was let into the house, and they do believe that Norma knew
Yeah.
who this was.
Mhm.
There was no fight, no nothing. So Jerry and Russell were. So Jerry is Norma's like caretaker, quote unquote.
Mhm.
So Norma's son was married to Jerry.
Okay.
Norma's son passed away, and Jerry kind of kept taking care of Norma.
Mhm.
Okay.
And Jerry did get remarried to Russell. So Russell was her new husband. They were there. So they feel like this is weird because they're telling them about Norma, and Jerry doesn't seem that upset about it. For someone that was caretaking, it seems a little weird.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And they also noticed that she had about a size 6 Nike shoe. And she had said that she was there about 3 days ago dropping off groceries for Norma. She said she didn't talk to Norma that day, but she heard the TV on upstairs, which is where Norma spent most of her time, upstairs in front of the TV. So
Mhm.
she thought that she was just upstairs. Whatever.
Yeah.
Cool. So the next day, the coroner comes out and says that she had died on February 14th, so 2 days before she had been found.
Hmm.
So detectives go to talk to Jerry because she was the last one in the house.
Mhm.
And what's going on? So they did a full interview with her. Jerry was able to give them all of her information that she really is her caretaker. Of course, she was there. Here's everything you need. And then at that point, they said, okay, we don't really think Jerry murdered her.
Mhm.
So now they don't really know who the suspect. Well, they don't have a suspect. So that was Jerry. Now they don't know who did it.
Yeah.
On February 28th, 1994, in Cannon Valley, 3 women were trying to get a hold of their friend, June Roberts, to celebrate her 66th birthday.
Mhm.
They can't get a hold of her. They go to her house, and she's not answering the door. She had a golf cart that she kept under her carport that always had the keys in it, but the keys also had you were able to get into the house.
Mhm.
So her friend goes and gets those keys and goes into the house, and they find her dead in the living room.
Gosh.
She was also under a chair. There's a chair on top of her.
Mhm.
She had been strangled with a phone cord and hit in the head, and that had crushed her skull.
Mhm.
And again, there was no defensive wounds.
Mhm.
So it's all taken by surprise.
Yeah.
They had found her wallet and purse had been gone through, and a couple of her cards were missing. And at this point, they noticed, okay, well, these are similar. So
Mhm.
both the phones had been unplugged. Both of the phone cords were used at somehow for the murders.
Mhm.
So Norma, part of the coroner's report was she had been strangled. Like, that is how she died. So
Mhm.
yes, she was stabbed, but she was strangled.
Mhm.
So Norma and June both died of strangulation. June had been choked with the phone cord. They were done in broad daylight. and both had nothing stolen, but things were gone through. So I
Mhm.
mean, she had her card stolen, but nothing like she still had a big diamond ring on her finger. Like nothing had been taken.
Right.
Weird.
On Monday, March 7th, one of June's daughters called and said that there was some unusual activity going on with her mom's cards. The card company had called and said, you know, these cards are being used for very large purchases all at once.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what's going on? So the police start going around to all the places that these cards are being used. They go to, oh my goodness, Bailey's Wine Country Cafe, and they're told that a blonde woman had used the card on the 28th. She was a smoker and she had a little boy with her. They then head to a salon that she had used on the 28th, and the lady said that it was an about 5-foot blonde woman, and she said that her name was June Roberts, and she had a little boy with her, and this little boy called her second mommy. She had even come back a week later asking for one of the hairdressers to dye her hair red, and the hairdresser told her no because her hair was too damaged. So they weren't going to. On March 11th, detectives go to talk to a woman named Dorinda Hawkins. She told them the day before, so March 10th, a woman had come into the antique shop that she worked at and was following her to the back to look at some frames for some pictures. Well, while she was walking, this woman takes a nylon cord and wraps it around her neck and starts choking her.
Oh my God.
And gets her on the ground, like face down, and she's saying, like, I was fighting, I tried everything I could to get out of it. I even asked her, why are you doing this to me? And she said, I'm not doing it for the money.
Weird.
And then, so Dorinda passes out. I'm assuming she thinks she's dead. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
She wakes up about 45 minutes later, and the only thing that was missing was she had a key that she had kept around her wrist that was on, and then $25 out of the register.
Mm-hmm.
That's all that was on.
Wow.
Like
An
desperation.
entire antique shop just murdered, quote, somebody that, well, at least you think you did, and all you're going to take is $25.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mean to say like all you took, but I'm like,
right.
Yeah.
Okay, and she says it was a short woman with blonde hair. Cool. So March 16th, Jerry calls the detectives and says, I think my stepdaughter, Dana Sue Gray, killed Norma. So Jerry is married to Dana's dad. That's the stepmom that kicked her out of the house because they found drugs.
Wow.
Dang it, I lost my spot again. There she is. Okay. So she's 5'2". She's got blonde hair, and she recently just dyed her hair red. She lives with her boyfriend and his 5-year-old son. So I'm going to wait until the end, but I'm not because I'm really curious about it. She took this little boy, murdered June, and then took him out on a shopping spree and to eat and to go get his haircut.
Wow.
So he didn't watch her, like he stayed in the car,
Mm-hmm.
but he was there.
Oh my God.
Right.
Oh my God.
That's insane.
That same day, it's disgusting. So that same day after Jerry called, well, I guess it was the same time. So Jerry's calling, the detectives talking to them while Lewis was supposed to meet his 87-year-old girlfriend which is so cute to me.
Mhm.
Like your 87-year like boyfriend, like just super cute.
Yes.
He, they were supposed to meet up. His girlfriend named Dora Beatty. They were supposed to meet up, and she didn't show up, which is really weird for her to not show up. And so he went to her house to go check on her, and the door was unlocked, which is also really weird for her.
Mm-hmm.
And he was also really worried. They had just talked earlier that day, and he had warned her that a lot of elderly had been getting murdered.
Mm.
So he was worried that something happened.
Yeah.
He walked inside and finds her in the bathroom floor, face down in the field.
Mm.
Investigators show up. They find bruises and cuts on her arms and a 4-inch gash on the back of her head. They find a blood-smeared telephone with a cord tied in a slip knot under her leg. They find blood all over the bathroom wall. The attacker had used a foam cord, wrapped it around her neck, and drug her into the bathroom.
Oh my God.
They bashed her in the head with an iron so bad that it bent the iron.
Oh my God.
She is 86 years old.
Yes.
Oh my God.
They find Dora's purse on her bed, and her wallet is missing. There was also papers on her bed with information for her, or her information for Provident Bank.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Okay. So after they get this phone call from Jerry, they're like, all right, let's put surveillance on Dana. Let's keep an eye on her. Let's see what the hell is up with it. Like, so they start surveillance on her. They watch her do a bunch of errands, and one of those errands were she went to the Provident Bank drive-through and did some sort of transaction.
Mm-hmm.
So that evening, they get a search warrant for Dana's house. They go to her house, they handcuff her, they take her away, and while they're searching her house, they find a lot of items that had been purchased with June's credit cards.
Mm-hmm.
They find a whole lot of rope and a lot of gloves.
Wow.
She was wearing diamond earrings that had been purchased with
Oh
June's
my God.
Mm-hmm.
And the entire time to the police station, she was talking about a kayak she just bought.
Wow.
It just so happened to be bought with June's credit card.
Right.
Uh-huh.
When they were interviewing her, she says, I have no idea what you mean. These items were purchased with your credit card. What do you mean? What are you even talking about?
Okay.
So then they tell her, they're like, okay, well, this is so weird because Dora Beebe just got murdered, and I saw you at her bank. Why were you at her bank?
Mm-hmm.
She said, oh, well, I just found a purse on the side of the road, and it had a bank book in it, and it said something about a BB or a what was the word she used? A Betty. A Betty or
I wish I could roll my eyes harder.
So I know. So then she changes her story, and she says that while also she did find June's credit cards. She just found those. She didn't murder.
Right.
And they interviewed her all night long, the entire night. And so in the morning, she says, well, I did find Dora dead, but I just took her bank stuff because I needed the money anyway. But I didn't kill her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
It's like a solid alibi to me.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord. I'm going to hit somebody. Okay.
Yeah.
So they let her know, well, I have a witness of you leaving Dora's house.
Mm.
So we know that you were there.
Mm-hmm.
We saw you leave at the same time about that she died.
Yeah.
And they had enough evidence to convince her of the attack on Dorinda, Dora's murder, and the murder of June Roberts. So they arrested her. On April 8th, 1994, she is indicted and is going to start her trial. They decide not to charge her with Norma's death because they just want the trial to go. Like, they don't want, if they charged her with Norma's death, then it was going to add a lot more time onto like the trial and everything. They just wanted to go ahead and like do that.
Yeah.
So on March 10th, 1995, she pleads not guilty by insanity. And they have 3 psychiatrists total evaluate her. And between 25 sessions, 1 determined that she was legally insane at the time of the murders. Another one says that she was suffering from psychotic depression and alcoholism, and she was not aware of how bad her offenses were, and she acted on bizarre distortions of the identity of the older woman. And then one of them says she was sane. She purposely went out to go murder these people. She knew enough to not show fingerprints at the murder scenes, and she knew enough to clean up after hers. So she obviously knew what she did was wrong, and she didn't want to get caught doing it. So she determined she was legally sane.
All ends of the spectrum. That doesn't help anybody.
So,
yeah.
To make this so much better, she told them the reason she killed Norma was because she was tired of hearing about her relationship with her ex-husband. Apparently, everybody had opinions. She was tired of hearing about her ex-husband.
Oh
or
my
her
God.
not yet even ex-husband.
Wow. Okay.
And then June, she murdered because she's an asshole. And Dora, this is horrible. Poor sweet Dora. Her daughter said that her number one fear was for someone to break into her house and hurt her.
Oh.
And that's why it was so odd to her boyfriend that her door was unlocked.
Yeah.
And Dana had went to go talk to her and asked her for directions. And Dora said, no, I don't have time to give you directions. And it made her so mad that she didn't give her directions that she murdered her.
Oh my God.
And she said that it just brought her back to a time where how her mother used to treat her. And so she was just associating that age group with her mother.
Yeah. She already had that short trigger.
And she just needed to go spend money afterwards because it made her feel better.
Okay.
So she was stealing these women's money and then going on shopping sprees because it made her feel better. Okay, so the judge says, no, you were sane.
Good.
Let's start the trial.
Yeah.
On September 9th of 1998, Dana withdraws her insanity plea and agrees to a plea bargain. So she pleads guilty to the murder of June and Dora and the attempted murder of Dorinda. Part of the plea bargain is she cannot appeal any of these charges and that they will not charge her with the murder of Norma. And then on October 16th, 1998, she is sentenced to life in prison with no possibility of parole.
Good.
Good.
And there she
It's so fucked up.
Wow. Wow.
And then she told the lady. She sure told the lady, "I'm not doing this for money."
Mm-hmm.
Which was like, yes, you are, but you feel like, what is the word?
Entitlement.
You know, where you like say something that you say it's
Oh.
a joke, but it's not really. Like you actually mean it. What's the word?
Like sarcasm?
Yeah. No?
It's like, it's not Pavlovian, you know, like it's like Murphy's Law or something. It's a
Oh,
thing like that, but it's
Freudian response.
Freudian slip. Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's like,
yeah.
you know that you are doing this for money.
Yes.
And
Mm-hmm.
you don't want her to think like whatever. But yeah.
Damn.
Wow.
I wonder
Well,
if
they were
like
saying that oh, go ahead.
I wonder if like after the first one she was like, well, I can do this now. Like it's just this is how I'm going to make my living. Like I wonder if it was an alcohol fueled psychosis, but it's not just that. Like it's the years of abuse and bullshit she put up with and how she decided that she was going to start coping. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and they were saying like she really was like she was an adrenaline junkie. Like that's what she loved to do, that stuff. And they think that this was just another adrenaline inducing thing. Which I know sounds horribly shitty, but that's what they believe it was.
Because if it was just the money, then she would have like killed him and got out. But they were like, there was a lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they said that this was weird because they said at this time there was not that many women serial killers
Mm-hmm.
in that
Mm-hmm.
century, and that women, when women murder, it's usually very like non-personal. Not I don't mean non-personal as in like it usually is very personal, but it's like they're gonna poison them or like shoot them so they don't have to like
Mm-hmm.
touch
Yeah.
them and like make it's an intimate thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Those were very like she strangled them, she used her hands, she beat them,
Mm-hmm.
so they were like, this is just all around not normal for that time period. And so it was just a whole crazy thing.
It kind of sounds like she like wanted to do this.
Yeah. She's
This
like, oh, this is how I can do it. I need the money anyways, so.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
And her.
Damn.
So she had no contact with her ex-husband. So like she didn't have his phone number, nothing. But she had talked to his family about trying to get in touch with him. This was like right after the big Rosie and stuff. And so she was trying to get in touch with him, and finally he agreed to meet her. And he ended up not meeting her. And that later that day, she murdered Norma. Her first murder. So
damn.
They also believe that she might have been trying to murder
him.
Mm.
Wow. Oh my god, that's sick.
They were so like they were 86 years old.
Yeah.
One of them was 66, but still, like that's like your time to enjoy your life.
Yeah.
You raised your kids. You're done working. I will sit in front of this TV in my recliner if I want to.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
And, I just.
I wonder if like the people were like an opportunity, and then she was like, "Oh well, I kind of like doing this, and then I'm gonna keep doing it," and she just stuck with what she did her first time, or if this is like, if it really was something with her mother.
Maybe a combination
a
of
little bit of everything.
Yeah.
And the first
probably,
two, she definitely had, like, she definitely knew. Like, June, I forget, I should have wrote it down, but I forgot. She knew June, like a distant friend.
Mm-hmm.
And she had went to go talk to June about getting a book for, she told June she was coming over to get a book about how to stop drinking, or to, like, help you stop drinking.
Mm.
And so both times she didn't have to like break into anybody's house, or she knew these people,
Yeah.
and they were happy to let her in the house, and she just took advantage. And then the retail lady was about her age, so I'm like,
Yeah.
it was like a total weird thing. I don't know.
I wonder if it was like I've done this, so I can continue to do it. And she tried, and she was like, "Oh no, like I have to stick with what I originally was doing."
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I don't even know if she doesn't know that she didn't kill her. Like, she might have thought she killed her
Oh yeah.
because she passed out. So she might have
Mhm.
thought she was dead, and then
Damn.
Yeah. That like it
Mm-mm.
can't all be blamed on her childhood. Like these
No.
are like physical choices, like active choices that she's making. Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah.
Good job.
It's like the like I don't know. It's like bougie. Like the entitlement.
it's literally
It's
yes.
disgusting.
Like
Mhm.
literally all the things that I was reading and the TV show that I watched about her and the podcast that I listened to, all of it was like, lady murders to go shopping, lady murders,
Mhm.
for money, and lady,
Yeah.
and that's quite literally what she was doing. Like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
needed money, and
That was her drug.
Yeah.
Shopping.
Yeah, because she was getting money from all of the guys she was with, and she didn't have a job anymore. So damn.
She like her mom maxed out all the credit cards, always was spending money,
Mhm.
and that was like how she knew that she could get back at her mom, was taking her money.
Yeah.
So money just became such a like important thing to her, and I think she got to a point where she just didn't have a lot of it. She freaked out, and this was her solution.
Damn. Like at a certain point, it's not just her coping skills. It's like these are active choices that she was making.
Yeah.
Which is so crazy.
She knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
Just like the thing, like she knew that she couldn't have, like, she needed those gloves. She cleaned up after herself. Like, there was no, like, she knew what she was doing was not okay. And she knew if she got caught, she was going to get in trouble.
She's
and she
also
knew to lie when the police picked her up. Like,
right.
She knew all that.
She's also smart enough to fool a criminal psychologist into thinking that she's insane. Almost two of them. So
and
she
I honestly didn't realize, like, because when I was reading about it, they the prosecutors had two separate psychiatrists. It's not interview, I guess. Maybe interview, I don't know. And then the defense team had another psychiatrist.
And
it's weird that like one of them was like, she absolutely is insane, and the second one was like, nah, maybe, and then one was like, no, she's not. Like at every side of the spectrum.
Yeah. And then, like, could you imagine being a judge and having to make a call?
Yeah.
Off of that information.
Exactly.
Like, I would be like, what the hell am I supposed to do with this?
Yeah.
Can we have a fourth? Like,
right. Exactly.
Where's the tiebreaker?
Exactly.
I would not want to make that call. I would hate having that on my board.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Well, good job.
Okay.
I hate that story.
Yeah.
But that was good.
Hate it.
Hopefully don't bad dreams later.
Yeah. That's how we know it was a good story. If we all sigh afterwards and go, I hate that.
Yep.
So you know it was a good one.
I will say that story Deshay told, I cannot, like, that literally, I still think about it and I'm like, I hate it so much.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I hated it. Oh.
Yep.
And I didn't listen to that episode. I'm not gonna lie. I'm so sorry,
No.
Deshay, but I could not hear that story.
It's okay.
The Mary Bell episode?
Yes, I could
Yeah,
not.
Rainey came into the shop and
Mhm.
she was like, I started to listen to your podcast on the way into work, and the way you said, "Oh yeah, I know her," after Deshay told you who it was, I'm not sure I want to listen to this. And I was like, viewer discretion, dude. Like, figure it out. I don't know what to tell you. I
Yeah.
hated that story.
I'll turn it on like when my headphones are on and just turn it all the way down so to hear it.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
looks like I
It gets a play, but you don't have to hear it. Oh man.
Well,
Okay.
now you know how I feel every week, getting all the names and stuff mixed up.
Well, for it to be like, I guess that, I mean, I don't know. They were all like not old lady names.
No.
I mean, some of them were, but like for that time period, I'm thinking of a lot of like Dolores and
Yeah, because it's like the mid '80s, right?
Like, yeah. Well,
yeah,
'90s.
Oh,
but yeah, like
at least one Gertrude in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, they were like 80 in the '90s, so I'm like,
right?
They needed some old lady names.
Exactly.
But that's all right.
Well, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be thinking about old people all weekend. Thanks.
Yeah.
Tell them to lock their doors and make sure they don't answer the door if anybody knocks on it. Tell them to get lost.
Yep.
Every old person that you know, you have to tell them that, but don't give them any context. Just say that.
No. No. Don't answer it.
Only
Don't.
open the door if you have a delivery on the doorstep and that person is gone. And then you can open the door.
You need ring doorbells all the way around your door. Like, all of them.
Oh, God. I do. I totally ignore. I will look on there and I'll see somebody with a clipboard. I'm like, no.
No, yeah, I don't. Yeah, same. Same.
I hate it.
Even if they didn't have a clipboard, I probably wouldn't answer.
No.
Not unless I'm expecting something. And Matt will usually answer it if they hit the doorbell, and he'll usually answer it because it'll go to his phone. He can do it on his phone.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, he's got it. It's fine.
Richard will ignore them if he's home, but if he's not home, he will. Like if I'm home and he's not, then he'll.
Yeah, that's what he does.
Like,
yeah.
No, thanks. Like,
yeah.
Because he knows it makes me anxious. Because I'll literally sit there like this, like staring at the thing. Oh
he's looking. He's looking.
And I'm like, I know you can see my car out front. I know I'm home.
Yeah.
So it's not
that's like that these days is the equivalent to like looking out the window like when we were kids.
Yeah.
Like that's what it,
that's
what it is.
Like crawling on the floor
Exactly.
and like
Do you remember that we used to there was the house that we lived at when we first moved here, there was that big window in the front. And whenever the door would the doorbell would ring, we would crawl under that window to go like check the door to see who it was.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like, what's happening?
You know,
Who's ringing the
doorbell?
doorbell?
Traumatized me having doors with windows on it. Because both houses we lived in, they both had those big old windows.
Yeah.
I could never just like I had to like stop and wait. And you know, you didn't have a Ring doorbell, so you didn't know when they were gone. So you had to like sneak your head over to like, do they leave? I'm like, just like look real quick.
You just like hope they have like the vision of a T-Rex, so you just like stand really still, like right in front of the door.
Don't move. They won't see me if I don't move.
Oh my gosh.
I try that all the time. It never works. I try it. It never works.
No.
They were like, I see you. You're right there.
Nope.
You don't see me. Naked.
No.
I am being extremely still right now. There's no way.
It's like those TikToks where it's like, next person that moves has to fold the laundry. Next person that moves has to open the door.
Yeah, I saw one, and it was a couple, and so one half of the couple walks in with groceries, and one of them says, "Next person that moves has to do dinner," and that person stood there with those groceries like this. and they were like shaking by the end of it. And their partner was like, "Those groceries look really heavy," and they're like, "Nope, it's great. They're super light." And they're like shaking and like moving like this. So great.
I saw one. It was this. They walk in and they've got a water bottle, and the other one's like, next person that moves has to fold the laundry, and then you just see the like their throat, like they're drinking, and then it was like one of those, those big old water bottles, and then it just starts. They just like, so it's like falling down, and then they hear, and then the other one can't see him, like he's facing this way, and they're like, "Honey, what's dribbling? Are you getting wet?" Like, and you can tell like they're about to move because they want to turn around and see what's going on.
Yeah.
The water, you see it like dripping all down. It's so funny.
That's amazing.
I love those.
Oh, I don't know.
Occupied these days, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Know what we're gonna do if they ban TikTok? We'll all be out of the job.
I know.
Listen, who knows?
Work out.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Actually have a conversation with my husband, you know?
I know, right? We actually have to be people. All right. Well, Storm, if they want to hear some more of us, where would they go?
We are on Facebook, Three Siblings Walking to a Bar. We are on Instagram at Three Swift Podcast. We are on YouTube, Three Siblings Walking to a Bar. Please go on, like, comment, do all the things. Please rate and review everywhere, Apple, Spotify, all the places. It's super, super helpful for us. And yeah.
All right. Well, that's what happens when three siblings walk into a bar.